Oh, goodness.
Where's my rim shot? Damn it. We'll wait.
Okay. Okay, better late than never. Better late than never.
Okay, we got to go to some more quick. When we come back, this is a serious topic I want to discuss. Georgetown University and a number of universities, it's common at the end of a basketball season, they fire their coach. Don Staley is coach of South Carolina, undefeated, is 2 times defending champion. He's probably one of the best coaches in the history of college basketball, even right now.
Right.
She probably, if she stays in women's college basketball, will be the all-time leader in wins. Will pass Ariema and Pat Summitt ultimately. There were a university that said, we want you to come coach a men's program. What do you think would happen? Don't tell me now.
Okay.
We'll talk about it when we come back. It's Beyond the Box Score with Jackie Ray. I'm Mo Kelly. It's Later with Mo Kelly. KFI 8640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app now. Amy King and KFI 24-hour news.
We've been working with her a levee break on the Pajaro River along the central coast as another atmospheric river storm heads into the 400 feet. 8,500 borders of the area, and 50 had to be rescued from the rising waters. The student in Lawndale has died in an accident during PE class. The Centinela Valley Union High School District won't say what the injury was, but that the student at Luther High was taken to a hospital Thursday and later died. The Last of Us has hit another ratings high for the season finale of season 1. The post-apocalyptic zombie video game adaptation has gained viewers through the season and drew in 8.2 million viewers for last night. The premiere had an audience of 4.7 million in the U.S. Cloudy tonight, chance of rain tomorrow morning, rain likely by the afternoon with highs in 50s to mid-60s. We've got a stall in the Civil, but a pass on the 405.
The heading northbound just before Mulholland Drive is stuck in the right lane. CSP is also trying to get that out of the way. So watchers going into approach in Beaumont, 10 heading eastbound between the 60 and the 111. Work zone alternated between the 3 left lanes. That's going to be going on until 6:30 tomorrow morning. And a full closure of the 215 northbound in Grand Terrace. That's in between Washington Street and the 10. You'll see CHP on scene diverting traffic off of Washington Street, and traffic is currently backed up to Barton Road. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. This recording is sponsored by JSX Airlines. Enjoy private jet first at airline prices when you fly JSX. The hop-on jet service changes the way you fly from Burbank and LAX. Check in 20 minutes before your flight and save time flying between private terminals on 30-seat jets. Leave the crowds, lines, and stress behind. Visit JSX.com and book your flight today. What would you do if the secret of all of the most powerful folks in the United States told you, hey, let's start by shooting? Back in the 1930s, Marine Chevy Butler was all that stood between the U.S. and fascism. I'm Ben Bowler. I'm Alex Prince.
And I'm Smedley Butler. Join us for this sordid tale of ambition, treason, and what happens when evil tycoons have too much time on their hands.
Wherever you find your favorite show. I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. Good Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. And Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the vibe, and it's amazing. For this one, I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 packs, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are true of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage. The all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Pray.com's Meditative Spirits podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your life. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety,
He's like, he grew you in the lab. You in the lab, bro. Undefeated for the playback, bro.
To the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
listen to
Yeah, for sure.
Meditative
So
Spirits
I just
on the
got, I take
iHeartRadio
my
app
hard
or
drives
wherever you
to
get
school
the
because my
content.
teacher, so I got the hard drives plugged back
Oh,
in.
good times are waiting
But
on
the session
St.
is up,
Patty's Day.
and I'm ready
Now
for
the
a
completion
reset.
is
If y'all
over.
ready,
St. Patrick's Day preview. Free
let's
top
go.
day with PK
Hey,
March
Graham,
17th.
Number three, and the number one reason.
We work hard for you. That's why LA Times readers voted us the best casino in the South.
Rolando, subscribe.
A few words from your dog.
And Jennifer Jones will be joining me and my team of Wake Up Call Wigglers at Brookside Market Pasadena Sunday, April 2nd for Pasadena today's Wiggle Waggle Walk. Great fun to help get into the hundreds of animals we take in each year. To donate or join our team and walk with us, go to KFIAM640.com/wiggle.
Continue my conversation with Rabbi, a regular commentator. We go beyond the box score. Before the break, I was postulating, John Staley is arguably one of the greatest female basketball contributors career. Accolades everywhere. Probably the greatest individual the sport has ever seen across those different dynamics. She right now, as the coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, is 32-0. Obviously, number one overall team going into the NCAA tournament. As a defending champion, she's already won another championship with South Carolina. She has 570 career wins. It is achievable. She's only 15. In coaching, she could be the winningest coach all time if she stays long enough.
Right.
And I said, what if, given her stature within women's college basketball, we think there will come a time in which sports information director says, hey, or athletic director says, hey, we want you to coach the men's team at this university, like Brooklyn University, again with fire, there's an opening there, they're opening a university every single year. Do you think there's any possibility where likelihood that John Staley would jump the program, or would it be someone else down the road? In other words, how does this shake out in the world of sports?
I think that would have to be a perfect situation. I don't think she would take this situation specifically. Have the team set up to fail, and I think the next coach is going to be in a similar circumstance. And I think the thing about John Staley, I understand why she would be the one that you would want to go to. She's proven it. Well, she's a GOAT, legend in the business. So we know who she is and what she can do. We see how she can influence their minds to be great at the game. I think the thing that people forget about John Staley, though, is John Staley is the exact example of what I want women who are currently in the W to be. In that, for her, I don't think coaching a men's sport is the end all be all. I think a lot of women in the W, when they think about that next stepping stone, it's the NBA. Because the NBA is the pinnacle of success. And why? Why is that the pinnacle of success? Why can't you view women's sports like the pinnacle? Because it's great. And you have all these female athletes. I know that's an American thing because I know your female sports will be differently, but I think John Staley loves women's sports. She loves the women she coaches, and she loves seeing them escalate to that next level. So I don't see her wanting to say, oh, I'm going to pivot over here because the outside world sees that as my next stepping stone. I feel like
what about just the personal, just the I just say just the desire, just a personal, like, hey, this is something I'm not getting to do. This is something I maybe want to be able to prove the world wrong. Maybe I just want to do.
I don't think she proved anybody wrong. I think everybody who knows Don Staley knows Don Staley can do it. She wouldn't prove anybody wrong. I think she might prove the naysayers wrong, because a lot of naysayers are going to be like, oh, a woman, we've heard this time and time again, a woman's never going to be able to coach men the same way.
But we're almost there in the NBA.
Yes. And they had to pay her $1 million to get her to go to the W, right? So,
Wakes you right up.
which is fine. I think Jesse Harden absolutely deserved that money, and I think she was. I was pushing for her to be that one to get that job because I think she deserved it.
Let me get some context. This one was an assistant with the San Antonio Spurs. And he was one step away is it in the
Would have leave it a little early. Good.
Correct.
I had class today, but would have leave it a little early.
So doing her thing out there is great. I think again, it's not that dumb saying they can't do it, and I think that any school in the college or even in the NBA would consider her an athlete. At least they should if they know the game of basketball. I just don't know if she views it that way. She might, like I said, it might be one of those things like, you know what, let me just go show y'all how dope I am, and let me show you how I turn this failing organization around. She might be that way. But I also think that she has such a love for women's sports that that's not a goal. I could be wrong.
Maybe not a goal, but we're talking about someone who's 52 right now. We don't know what 12, 13 years from now may bring. Let's say 12, 13 years from now, she has just about every record on the college level that she could amass. And she's won 2 or 3 more college collegiate championships, which is a distinct opportunity.
Nobody except one douche.
She's the Mike Krzyzewski of basketball.
Yeah, I'm telling you, fucking Detroit Country Day School is gonna beat the fuck out of Novi and everything for like a century. And Novi's a very good school, but nevertheless, Detroit Country Day School is gonna smash them.
Because at that point, she's accomplished things and she's got a record that's going to be very, very hard to break. So it just really depends on her
What the
mindset.
fuck?
I think maybe that's just a personal thing for me. If she wants to do it because she wants to do it because she's like, let me go get this money. Like, first of all, let's make sure this money is right. So if she's like, let's go get this money. And I think sometimes, you and I talked about this before, sometimes it's about paving the way and knowing your worth and how you can open doors for others. So maybe if the situation is bigger for her for that reason, like I have to pave the way for women who are coming after me. I have to be an example of excellence. Maybe because even if I do love women's sports just as much as I love men, I have to open the doors for women so they can go wherever they want and not have to be pigeonholed into one box.
All right, let me go to the other side of this and say, because I can't answer this for women, do you think women would want her to do it? Because there's always the risk of if she doesn't do well, does it make it difficult for the next person to come behind her, the woman to come behind her and have another opportunity?
I mean, you can't think about that. I think, as Black people, we know how that is. When we go into a room and we're the first or the only, we have to represent for the entire race. But you can't think about that. You have to just go in there and think about doing your very best, full stop, and not worry about everyone else who's coming behind you. Because you, just like in a sport, when you start worrying about everything else, your game gets messed up. You gotta go in there and you gotta concentrate on who you are as a coach, who you are as an individual, and be the best that you can. Period. And I think that she could do that. And I think you probably have people on both sides. Well, technically all three. I think you would have those that if she was offered the position and she turned it down, they would be like, yeah, because she knows she's not good enough. You'd have those. You would have women that would be like, oh no, you should have turned it down because this was our shot. Like she's gonna represent for all of us. And then there's gonna be she fails, then just like you said, that sets us back 10 years. One person's failure does not set an entire group back 10 years. It might make it harder for a time, but you can't stop a whole group of people's dopeness. If they're just dope, they're just dope.
Well, let me just ask this because you mentioned, and this is a personal question, you thought that Patrick Ewing at Georgetown was set up to fail. What did you mean by that?
Because the legacy there that he walked into, and I think that they needed time to kind of step away from that legacy a little bit before anybody stepped into that role. And I just don't think that enough time had passed because you have to go in and change a whole system that's been in place since I was a kid, feels like, and that's just
Since before you were a kid.
Okay, well there you go. So it just didn't feel like it just felt like you need time. Just like when you break up with somebody, you need to heal. You just can't go get it, he's the rebound coach.
Yeah.
And so I just felt like he was set up to fail. And I could see that going into it, and it played out exactly like I thought it would, unfortunately, because I love Patrick Ewing.
I got some stuff. I can tell you some stuff behind the scenes. We'll talk some stuff.
Oh, I want to know.
I'll just tell you, but not on air. Not on air. Jack Gray, it's always good to see you.
Thank you.
Where can people find you real quick?
You can find me on all things social media, specifically Instagram at JackieRayTV.
R-A-E.
JackieRae.
Later with Mo Kelly. KFI 8640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. Now to the KFI 24-hour newsroom and Amy K.
A regional bank that operates in Southern California has failed.
With more than $110 billion in assets, Signature Bank's collapse is the third biggest bank failure in U.S. history. All of the bank's former customers have automatically
the backpack he allegedly took off with. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says video shows the man breaking into a car yesterday and stealing the backpack. Deputies were able to use the GPS tracking enabled in the headphones to pinpoint the man's location at a business parking lot on Mountain Avenue, where he was taken into custody. Lifeguards in Long Beach have rescued a small dog and reunited it with its owner. The Long Beach Fire Department says the rescue started Saturday when lifeguards answered a call about a dog running in the Junipero Beach parking lot. It says by the time lifeguards got there, the dog was swimming out to sea. The lifeguard then put on his wetsuit, grabbed his rescue board, and headed out to save the dog. The little dog made it to the swim line, but was reached with the help of a rescue boat and taken safely back to shore.
Paying to sit next to your kids on a flight. The Department of Transportation says you shouldn't have to.
The Department of Transportation has asked Congress to ban the practice of making parents pay to sit next to their kids on flights.
The move follows President Biden's calls to get rid of junk fees, and after officials conducted a review last year of airline seating policies.
ABC's M. Wynn said in a letter, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg asked House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to bar airlines from charging so-called family seating if adjacent seats are available during booking. United has already announced a plan to do that. The OC Fair and Event Center is planning a 10-year, $229 million facelift that will take place in 8 phases.
The first phase involves bringing all of our employees together under one building.
OC Fair CEO Michelle Richards says the administration building and other upgrades are needed because most were part of the Santa Ana Army Air Base during World War II. In phase 2,
expanding our free education programs to the community,
then
upgrades to our exhibit building, the Pacific Amphitheater where our headline concerts are held.
and finally, a modern agriplex for livestock-related shows. Richard says most of the upgrades will be paid for through existing cash on hand. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Southside weather from KFI, clouds tonight with lows in the 40s and 50s. Cloudy with a chance of rain tomorrow morning, then rain likely by the afternoon. Could be heavy at times. Highs in the 50s to mid-60s. The rain should end by Wednesday afternoon, and then we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies as we head into the weekend with highs in the 50s and 60s. It's 56 in Costa Mesa, 55 Laguna Beach. Got a work zone and still Mark slowing you down on the 210.
And Yarnell off-ramp as well as the off-ramp at Roxford are shut down until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So both shut down, and you're currently seeing delays from about Polk Street. If you're on the 405 southbound in Culver City, you'll come across some slowing after Culver Boulevard. It'll start to clear up just after the 90. And some good news on the 405 northbound in the Sepulveda Pass. Just before Mulholland Drive, a stalled car there has been moved out of the right lane. Traffic has recovered there. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
Hi everyone, I'm KTLA Samantha Cortese, here to tell you your afternoon just got a lot smarter.
Reporting live here in Crestline.
Got the latest here at Union Station.
Reporting live here in Laguna Beach.
Seriously, KTLA 5 News is now live from 3 to 7 every weekday.
Really heavy rain come
We're
through.
covering more stories from more places more often with the Southland's most sought-after news team, the most local news in Southern California. KTLA 5 News. Join us weekdays from 3 to 7. Another reason why KTLA is LA's very own.
What's a moment? Saturday and Sunday on the CW. After an incredible start to the season in Mayakoba, Mexico, Live Golf returns to the U.S. Live from Tucson, Arizona. Live Golf is live all season long. It's the battle for the most prize money in golf history. It's Live Golf on the CW.
Are you ready for this?
Through Friday on the CW app and watch live Saturday and Sunday on your CW network. Saturday and Sunday morning starting at 10 on KTLA 5, the CW.
I never chose to become a gambling addict, but what I did choose was to get help from a professional counselor.
For no-cost gambling addiction counseling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text SUPPORT to 53342. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the smell good plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unstop my drain?
$99.
But you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stoppage. The smell good plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow, you're like up front and
tell me anything.
No Bubba's here, man. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your license number 399170.
If you feel sick, let them know the COVID. Medication is key to slow the virus in your body. Recover smoother. You may test negative sooner. California, you know you need it. You can beat it.
Yeah. Visit youcanbeatit.org or call 833-422-4255 to ask for medication to treat COVID-19. Sponsored by the California Department of Public Health.
If you get hurt in an accident, choose the law firm with the experience to win. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
KMI, AM 640.
An iHeart radio station. More stimulating talk.
Get the crew together with the Big Dance Bundle. 20 traditional wings, 20 boneless wings, and fries for $39.99. Look at those bundle lifting muscles. Buffalo Wild Wings, official chicken wing of the Big Dance.
KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. It's later with Mo Kelly. And you wonder, like, why are they playing like a Buffalo Wild Wings ad? Well, it was about wings, boneless wings. And Buffalo Wild Wings is in trouble, or, might be in trouble. They're getting sued over the whole idea of false advertising in relation to their boneless wings. Now, I wouldn't call it false advertising, but there is some guy out there who's recently filed a class action lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings over its use of the term boneless wings. And I guess he figured out that it wasn't actually a boneless wing, but more akin to a chicken nugget. Now, this is something we used to debate on the Kelly Show.
Yes, we did.
Years ago. Now, according to the lawsuit, that he claims the name boneless wings leads customers to believe that the product is simply the meat of a deboned chicken wing rather than what they actually are, which is, quote, slices of chicken breast, meat